I'm Niall Coll, the Catholic Bishop of Ossory in Ireland.
And I'm Adrian Wilkinson, the Church of Ireland, or the Anglican Bishop in Cashel, Ferns in Ossory. We started our journey together with a day early in Rome in the Irish College, just to spend time, the two of us together. We then obviously joined the main group, and we had a lot of deep conversations about all sorts of different topics. It was wonderful to be meeting bishops, Anglican and Roman Catholic, from around the world, focusing on synodality, focusing on issues in contemporary society, the Middle East, climate change, as well as church matters. I take from this the relationships and the connections that I have formed over the last few days, knowledge of the worldwide church, and the fact that while we have one Lord, one faith, one baptism, and so much in common, and a great willingness to do even more in common, we also minister in different contexts. We live out the gospel of what we say and do. And I suppose for us, as Irish bishops, that's particularly important, to emphasise what we do in common. We've just actually, both of us, said morning prayer together privately in the nave here of the cathedral. We've journeyed together the last few days, praying as the two of us together, as well as praying with the other bishops. And I think that in itself is a very important metaphor about reconciliation and about ecumenism in Ireland.
I think that the Lord's Prayer, that they may all be one, is so important. The division of Christians is a scandal. It reduces our credibility in the world. And so when Christians are divided, supposedly serving the Lord, it's a bad thing, and we've had a sad history. So anything that we can do to work towards reconciliation, work towards a greater awareness of our shared faith, as Adrian said, is a good thing. And then the Christian church is, in a sense, it's a universal church. We're spread all over the world, and that came out very strongly in what bishops from both traditions were saying. Those coming from, say, South Sudan or Myanmar, or these places of conflict.
Middle East in particular, very
yes.
contemporary. Yeah.
But, it was very humbling to hear their stories. Do you want to add anything there?
Yes, the bishops were working together, and our common witness, as we put whatever historic divisions there were to one side and realised that actually so much we have in common, and we have a much stronger witness when we do things together as a church to serve, because after all it's God's church, it's God's world, and we are servants of our Saviour Jesus Christ in whatever context we find ourselves. So I think that's the common witness. And I particularly was struck when we were in Rome and when we saw Pope Francis and the Archbishop of Canterbury standing side by side and proclaiming very clearly by their relationship, by their friendship, and by their common witness what it means to be united in Jesus Christ.
In Ireland, we have a long history of sectarianism, division between Unionists and Nationalists, between Catholic and Protestant. And I worked for 19 years in Belfast, and I know that political identity and religious identity became intertwined, and that wasn't for the good of the faith, for the mission of the Catholic Church or the Church of Ireland. So I really welcome this new growing ecumenical convergence, which of course has been going on now for us, the Catholics, for 60 years, since the Second Vatican Council. So in many ways, what we're doing today is a working out of the vision of the Council for greater mutual respect and understanding. And it fits in very much to Pope Francis's emphasis on synodality, which is a big movement throughout the Catholic Church globally at the moment.
I would sum it up in 3 words: listen, journey together, and then act together, put it into action. Listen to Jesus Christ, recognize Jesus Christ in the other person. Really listen to what they're saying, where they're coming from, and learn from them. then journey together in a common pilgrimage, shoulder to shoulder. And then through that, plot out things that you can act to make a difference in your context. So those 3 simple words are what I will take away from this. Listen, journey, and act together.